Hi, Facebook. Hi, YouTube. Hey, everybody. Okay, so we are having, let me get it back, one pan cheesy kielbasa pasta. One pan cheesy kielbasa pasta, okay? Oops. Sorry, guys. The thing was, okay. So, one pan cheesy kielbasa pasta. Alrighty? Okay, YouTube, here is my Cash App. Okay? I'm going to pull y'all down so I can just type this real fast. Okay? Okay. All right, hold on. I have to recopy the link. All right, there's the YouTube link. Okay. So, go back just a little. Okay. All right, just a little. Alrighty. So, let me see. Okay, so if you're coming on, say hi, say hi. If you're watching the replay, comment hashtag replay so I can see how many people are watching after I post this. Okay, so Facebook, I do not see the star comment pinned. The star comment is always pinned talking about I appreciate you sending stars and all that, okay? If you can, I really do appreciate it, please. But I will be pinning the Cash App so you can read the star comment in the comments. And you probably will see the Cash App pinned. I can't see it because the star comment was not pinned. That means I cannot see the Cash App pinned, but it is pinned because I've asked my husband before, and he said yes, he sees it. And that means I will not see your comments. But if I take it and scroll and push the comments to the right, make them disappear, and scroll it back to the left to bring them back, it refreshes the page, and any comments that y'all have made will come back up. And then after I refresh it, a few minutes later, I have to refresh it again for any new comments to come up. Okay? So every few minutes, I'll have to do that. I'll close it out, bring it back, and then wait a second, and then more comments will come up. Just like the star comment, it just came up, but it wasn't pinned. Hi Shannon, how you doing? Sorry, my star comment wasn't pinned again. So when I pin the Cash App, I can't see it, but you probably can. And that means when that happens, my comments, I bit my cheek while talking. All my comments are all messed up and I can't see them. That only happens when I go live and I don't see the star comment pinned at the beginning. But when I close out my comments and bring them back, I refresh the whole thing, and any comments that came up, they will come up and I will see them. Just like I see that you're watching and you said hello. Now, if anybody comments right now, I'd have to refresh it. And so every few minutes I will refresh so I can see the new comments. So don't worry. How you doing today, Shannon? How are you doing? We're having the one pan cheesy kielbasa pasta. All right, so let's start out with the ingredients, okay? If you're watching, later on you can replay this and, go slowly through you can either listen to the ingredients and then go back or just pause it after each one. I'll try to take a couple of seconds to pause, okay? So the first thing we're going to want is 14-ounce package of kielbasa, okay? Kielbasa sausage. If you don't like kielbasa, you can use another sausage, but or the individual sausages. Not the breakfast sausage, but, these kind of sausages, they've got them as links too. One package is 14 ounces, but I got 1.5 because I bought a family pack, and family pack is usually 3 sausages, and I use 1.5 for 2 different meals. One, and then cut the third one in half. Okay? I gave the other 1.5 to my son to make something with. So, here it is. 1 onion, chopped. I don't have any onions anymore. I didn't buy any right now. So I'm going to use this. I have this. It's ready to use easy onion. It has onions and I just squeeze. Okay? And, when it comes to the kielbasa, you can use less or more. When it comes to the onion, you can use more than 1 onion if you love onion, or you can use less. Like, I wouldn't even use 1 onion. I'd probably use like half or less. Just a few onions, okay? Half a teaspoon of pepper, 1/4 of a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. So half a teaspoon of pepper and 1/4 of a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. 1 teaspoon of each. Paprika, oregano, onion powder. Now, if you've seen this before and you've seen me say, whenever I use onion powder, I always add a little bit of garlic powder. Whenever it says just garlic powder, I always use onion powder because I like them both. Okay? All right. 1 tablespoon of minced garlic. 1 tablespoon. Now, you can use fresh garlic and cut it up if you want. It's up to you. If you want less than 1 tablespoon, that's fine. But 1 teaspoon is 1 garlic clove. Okay, I also have, I want to show it to you. You can use this, I guess it'll work. This is freeze-dried garlic. Okay, you can use freeze-dried. Just like I have freeze-dried oregano, basil, all that stuff, okay? It's just fresh that's been freeze-dried, okay? 3 cups of rotini pasta. 3 cups of rotini pasta. Now, if you'd rather use a different pasta, that's fine. 3 cups of beef broth. 3 cups. Now, the 32-ounce one is 4 cups. So it says 3 cups, okay? So you can say, oh, I forgot I had... Look, I forgot I had this in there. I was going to thaw it out. Well, I'm going to try to thaw it out now. Okay? See if I can get it thawed out a little bit before I use it. Okay, because I was going to use 2 of these. Because I don't have the big 32-ounce. I only bought 1 of them, and I used it already. Because I don't use much beef broth, so... But this time I am. So, it's 1 3/4, if you've heard me before. It's 1 3/4 for a can of broth. Chicken, beef, whatever, okay? So, 2 of these would be 2 cups, and then 3/4 and 3/4 is 1.5. So, it would be 3.5 cups for both cans, and I only need 3. So, the other half, I'm not going to worry about. But if I can get this thawed, I'll use the one there, okay? 8-ounce can of tomato sauce, 8-ounce can. Well, I used both my 8-ounce cans, and I have 1 15-ounce left. So, I'm going to take 8 ounces out of this. I would say half cup, but it's 15 ounces. So just, let's see. You take 8 ounces, there'll be 7 ounces left. So 7.5 ounces is half. So I'm just going to go about half an ounce over half the can. Okay? You can either actually measure it or guesstimate. Or just estimate. Because usually 8 ounces is 1 cup. If you look on the measuring cup. Okay? And then an 8-ounce block. Now you can do shredded cheese if you want, which I am doing. You don't have to use a block of cheese and shred it yourself. It's up to you. They say that the block of cheese melts better, but I don't know. Colby Jack shredded cheese, okay? The cheese is in the refrigerator. I was going to pull it out last minute. I had to buy it. I bought Colby Jack and cheddar cheese. I may, instead of using an 8-ounce, I may use 4 ounces of each. Like I told you before, a lot of stuff I repeat because people may not have heard it, may not have seen that exact video, even if they are. watching a lot, they may not have seen that video, or I may have some new watchers. So I just want to repeat some of the stuff I say. So I'm going to mix Colby Jack and cheddar cheese because I feel like it. And you can do that, or you can use all Colby Jack, all cheddar. You can even use mild cheddar, medium cheddar, or whatever. And you can use something else if you don't want cheddar or Colby Jack, because Colby Jack is with Colby Jack and what was it? Colby Jack and I don't know. There's two of them mixed. The one it's mixed with is white cheese. Okay. So now, and then we're gonna have 1/3 cup of milk. 1/3 cup of milk. I haven't poured the milk out yet because I don't want it to sit out. And dried parsley. I think that's for the garnish. But I've got the dried parsley and the seasonings: oregano, paprika, cayenne pepper, and onion powder. I'm going to put garlic powder as well, but it only said onion powder. Then we got the garlic, minced garlic, and we got the onion, the squeezable onion, the tomato sauce, the rotini pasta, and the beef broth. Okay? So let's start out. Now it says, if I would have seen this, I probably already would have been done it. Bring it to a quick boil. Oh, no. Let me start up here. Sorry. I missed a whole lot. This is not numbered like step 1, step 2, but they're put into paragraphs, separated. So I'm going to read the first part. Heat a large skillet over medium-high heat. Brown the sliced kielbasa with a chopped onion. Okay? It's one pan, so you're not going to cook the pasta separate. Okay? If you hear that it takes pasta and it's one pan, then you probably know that the pasta is going to go into the... So I'm going to cut up the kielbasa, which I should have done ahead of time, but I was behind on everything. I got home about just a little bit, 2 o'clock or a little bit after. Because I was out this morning. I took my son to get plasma, and then we went a couple of places, and then we went to pick up his friend that he lives with. When I say his friend, his name is Malik, and don't forget, he was friends with my son when he was a child, growing up, in elementary, middle school, and he was always staying at our house, so he's like family. So that's that. So, okay, let me get this out the way. I'm going to put it over here because I have to charge it too, okay? So I'll repeat the measurement as I put it in. So we're going to cut up and heat the kielbasa. If I wasn't in a rush, the kielbasa would have been cut up and stuff. Okay? So let's pull out the kielbasa. And if you want to use 2 of them, that's fine. Whatever you want. It says 14 ounce, which is one kielbasa. Okay? So, sometimes I'll just cut them up into circles, slice them. And sometimes I'll take the slices and cut them up in half so they can be smaller in there. Okay? And I'll either slice it like this and then slice it in half. And I got my half. Or I'll slice this whole thing down in half and then cut them. And which I'm going to do, but I want to get the rounded part at the top because it's hard to cut it in half with the rounded part. Okay. So now. It says, okay, so it says nothing about any kind of oil. It just says to heat these over medium-high heat. All right, see, I'm going to cut it in half. I'm going to cut it in half. Get all the way. Let's scoot this over. Then I'm going to cut it. Always wants to do that. Let's see if I can do it. Maybe it's better this way. Oh, yes, it is. I've got to put something on this board. Why, the corners are kind of up, like it's been. Let's see if that'll work. Yes, to keep it down. Okay. Do it on the back side where the skin is, or it's easier to cut. When you cut from this side, like this way, it kind of pulls the skin off and it just, I don't know, it's much harder. Okay. So I got some of it. I'm almost done. Okay. Well, it just says heat these. It says nothing. It has no, usually you'll put oil in the ingredients. It doesn't. I don't know why. Okay. So, because it doesn't, hold on, guys. Let me find what I did with that. There was an end piece I cut off that I wasn't going to use. I was going to give it to my dog, but I can't find it now. Well, anyways, I'm going to put this pan over here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put some oil in there. I'll use olive oil. That's the one I have. Okay. Sometimes I have avocado oil. So let's turn the light on. Let's turn this on to medium high. Okay. That's it. You don't need a lot. Just put some in there. And if you don't have olive oil, it's okay. It's quite all right. You can use vegetable oil, whatever kind you use. Okay. I have vegetable oil, but olive oil or avocado oil or any of those, I like to use when I'm frying something. If I'm putting it in water for the pasta, I like to use, the vegetable oil. Okay. So we're going to let that, while I'm finished cutting this up, we're going to let that heat up. Okay. We're going to let that heat up for a minute. Then I'll start putting these in there. Okay. I like to get the rounded parts cut first, because then I'll cut it in half, because it's so hard with the rounded parts. Like just now, I think I cut this one side fatter than the other. I do that sometimes. You guys, when you try to cut something in half, sometimes you cut it so uneven. Okay. Alrighty. Now let's do this. This one I'm doing in circles, slices, because it's the rounded part, but I will still cut them in half. Okay. Now, let me cut this last one. Got this last half a piece. Okay. Okay. Oops, skin came off some of it. It's okay. It's okay. Slippery. All right, so we're going to get some of this started in here. All right. Here you go, guys. Just one piece, Jazzy. I just gave one little piece. To light the thicker in. Okay, this is going to heat up fast. Don't put a lot of oil because you don't want all that oily left. Okay, I'm going to leave some of the stuff at the corners of the cutting sheet, cutting board so we can flatten it out. All right. Trying to see if I can unthaw that a little quicker. All right, now, next it says we're going to brown these and then brown the sliced kielbasas with chopped sauce, onion. So it's one whole onion if you want more or less. What did I do with the onion? Oh, it's over here. I'm just going to put a few squirts. Okay. So I put a few squirts in there. It almost looks like applesauce when it comes out, but it's not. It's onion. It's got real onion in there. I just bought it because one day I didn't feel like cutting up onions. That wasn't even, get down, that even wasn't one onion, which I'm not putting all the amount for a whole onion. I just, okay, that's enough. Okay, mix it up in there. And you can see on medium high, I usually cook these on lower, like on 6 or 7. But these cook brown up fast when you put it on medium high. Okay? Okay, now, next add the minced garlic, uncooked pasta, beef broth, and the can of tomato sauce to the skillet. Move, guys. Okay, so shoot. Sorry. I've got to plug back in my can opener and then I'll put my charger back in. Okay. So we've got that. Okay. Let's open the tomato sauce. Okay. I will have about 7.5 ounces left. I'm probably not going to save it because I don't know what to do with it. I won't use it for anything. So now we're going to add the minced garlic. Okay? Minced garlic said a tablespoon, so we're going to do a tablespoon. Okay, this is my new, I got a bigger one. I can open it. All right, let's open this. Okay, so if you want more because you love garlic, so be it. But if you don't like a lot, I just put a tiny bit extra. Okay, so let's close this up. Alrighty, so let's mix that in. It just says what to mix in, but I'm just gonna let this cook about 30 seconds to a minute because you don't want to burn the garlic, but also I want to get that aromatic flavor. The aromatic flavor. What should be? Let's see. See if I got any more. All right, close out the comments, bring them back. Oh, that's nice, Shannon. A Zoom meeting. That's good. It's good that you're trying to meet new people. A burrito with jack cheese for lunch. Not bad. Okay. Did you make it, or did your mom make it, or did you go get it from somewhere? The burrito. All right, guys. Anybody on YouTube? Let's see. No. Okay. So now, all right. Now, so it says, add the minced garlic, uncooked pasta, the beef broth, and can of tomato sauce to the skillet. All right. So it says 3 cups of rotini. So whatever pasta, it's 3 cups. But if you want to add a little bit more, a little less. If you add more, you want to add a little more liquid. Let's see. So this is 3/4 cup. It's a serving size. 1.5. That's like 4 servings. So let me see. I will put 3 cups in, and sometimes if it don't look like it's enough, then I'll add more, because that's who I am. Okay. All right. So let's add the pasta. Oops. 1. 2. 3. That's 3 cups. That ain't even a lot, because this is 2 pounds. I'm gonna have to add some more. Okay. That may be enough. Mix it in. Okay. The beef broth. Now this is 1 3/4, but we want to be sure. Wait, 1 3/4, and it was 1 3/4 cup left here. Well, it's okay, because that will make 3.5, and that'll be good because I added extra pasta. So, let's add this. Get all this, and then can of this. Okay, that's why I keep a paper towel out to wipe my hands. Okay. Alrighty, let's stir this. This should melt pretty quick because I put some warm water on this. It should melt pretty quick. Let's see. Let's get it where it goes. Okay. All right, can of tomato sauce. So we only want about half an ounce over the middle, over the half can. Okay, that. Keeping it on the end of the cutting board so it'll flatten it. Okay. Mix that in. Now, if you're going to double it, then you would want 16 ounces of tomato sauce. But this is the big jar like this is a 15 ounce. So if you're missing 1 ounce, it's okay. Because the small tomato sauces are 8 ounces and the bigger ones are 15 ounces. So I buy like 2 or 3 15 ounces and 2 or 3 or 4 8 ounces. So in case it just calls for 8 ounce, I don't have to waste the other part of the big can because I won't use it for anything else. I don't know when the next recipe is going to call for tomato sauce. So, okay, so, all right. And I stirred it up. It didn't say that, I just said. Stir with pepper, paprika, oregano, onion powder, and cayenne pepper. It's cayenne. I keep wanting to say Cajun. But I'm going to also put garlic powder just because I want to. Okay? It doesn't say no salt. It just says pepper. So now, so I put in 14-ounce packet of kielbasa. Well, 1.5, so it was like another 7 ounces. The 1 onion chopped, well, almost 1 onion. Half a teaspoon of pepper. Well, I'm not measuring it, I'm just putting it in. Okay, guys? I'm not going to measure half a teaspoon. You can if you want, but I don't need to be exact. Whatever you like. Okay? Okay. So, I did that. Now, a fourth of a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Just a fourth. Now, yes, because it can get spicy if you put too much. All right. That should be enough. And then 1 teaspoon each of the paprika, oregano, onion powder. And once again, I'm going to do let's do the onion powder. So it said, what? 1 teaspoon of each onion powder. I'm just sprinkling it myself. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, garlic powder, which it doesn't say, but every time I put one or the other, garlic powder or onion powder, I like to put the other with it. Okay? Paprika. And oregano. The lid broke. No, it didn't break off this one. It was another one that broke off. So I'll just put some because it doesn't have holes in it, so it will come out all. A little. All right. So just sprinkle it around. It doesn't have holes, so it won't. Okay. That's about good. Okay. Stir everything together well. I've been stirring as I add each thing, but okay. So I added about half a cup more of beef broth. And it still doesn't look like it covered the noodles all the way. Most of the 3/4 of the way it did, but okay. Then bring to a quick boil and turn the heat down to medium-low. Be sure the skillet is bubbling well before you turn the heat down. Cover with the lid and cook for about 10 to 15 minutes. Okay? We're going to cook for about 10 to 15 minutes once it bubbles. Make sure it's bubbling real well. Okay, it says 10 to 15 minutes. On here, it says 9 to 11 on the pasta box. So. Oh, I moved everything. I wanted this on here to hold down the corners. All right. So it's on medium-high. Let me make sure. Yep. All that frozen beef broth. Now, I still have a can of beef broth because if I didn't have that frozen one, I would have had to open that one too. But I added a little more pasta. Maybe that may be why, but I still added a half. I'm going to open it and I'm going to add a little more. And we'll see how much is left. If it's a good amount to freeze, I'll freeze it. Let me see. We'll see. Okay. So let's see. I think that's good. I just poured a little more. Probably half the can, which would be 1 3/4. It'd be a half onto 3/4. No, half of 3/4 is a little less than half. So it would be about 3/4 or a little bit over. Okay? Okay. So I'm laying the spoon on the mat because all it had was kielbasa sauce. I'm going to turn it up to high so it'll boil faster. Oh, I'm going to add just a little bit more tomato sauce. I used almost all of it anyway, since I added more beef broth. Okay? Let me see. I'm going to add just a tad bit more cayenne pepper. Okay, that's it. I don't know why I'm adding a little more. Just because I want to. Just add a little. Oh, that's the parsley. The oregano would come out like in one baby. And I don't want to. Okay. Let me mix that up since I added a little more. It smells real good. And at the end, if you taste it and you think it needs some more seasoning, just add some more of your own, okay? Alrighty. So I'm going to close out the comments, bring them back. Okay, where did you get the burrito from, Shannon? I don't know if you answered already, but I closed it out and reopened the comments. So, all right, so we are going to put these away while I'm waiting for it to boil. Okay. Oh, no, I'm going to leave the garlic powder and the onion powder right here to hold down the cutting board because it's like kind of flapped up. Because it's like a rubber. I've got this red one down here where I cut meats. Got the gray one right here. That one looks like it would be flapped up too. For vegetables, fruits and vegetables. The blue one is for fish, and the yellow one is for cheeses. Like if you're cutting them up in blocks. Or you could put the cheese thing that I do like this. I could put it on the edge of the yellow cutting board and let the cheese fall on there, and just do that. So it says, make sure you bring it to a quick boil. Turn the heat down to medium low, but make sure the skillet is bubbling well before you turn the heat down. And then we're going to cover it and cook for about 12 to 15 minutes, it says. So I'm going to start it with 12 and then check it from there. Okay? And then once that's all done, then we're going to, once the pasta is cooked, we're going to add the shredded cheese and the milk. Okay? Now it says to stir the cheese and the milk in. Don't just leave like cheese on top like we do for some dishes. Put the cheese in there and the milk and then stir it around. I'm just looking at the video. I didn't turn the volume on. Just looking at the video. So it's going to be cheesy. Okay. When she finished it, it looked like more pasta in there than I saw her pour in there. I don't know. My phone says low because... Alright, let's see. It says 20% charge, but I can't tell if it's turned on or... I'm trying my phone, since it's all messed up and I need a new phone. Usually I'll just pull down from the corner and it'll show it, but normally it'll show it right on the front. But it's got this big black dot on it on the bottom too. But... Alright guys, I'll get this. Starting to boil. Let's see. It says 22% charge. Just said 20. Well, it must be on. Because unless I bring down the little bar to see if the charging sign is there, I wouldn't know. But I just saw 20 and then it went up to 22. So, yes. So I'm going to put this pasta away. Excuse me. Oh, the back of my butt and down my legs are hurting. Okay. Stir this up one more time. And I would stir it every few minutes or a couple times during the cooking process so it doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan. It shouldn't, but it might. You never know. Okay, so 12 minutes. 12 to 15. So we're going to start out with 12. We're going to put the lid on. It is bubbling real hard. All right, it says turn it down to medium low. So I'm turning it down to 4, which is like a simmer. Okay. Start timer. There we go. So we're going to let that cook. Okay, and there's only, I might have to measure this because if it's worth saving, if it was like a fourth of a cup, I might not. But if it's like half a cup more, yeah. So let's put away. I don't know if y'all can hear that buzzing and that sound coming from outside. Oh, not in here. It goes in the refrigerator. It is, guys, cutting grass. Let's see. Yes, they're cutting grass and they're also that right now they're blowing the leaves on the street, blowing the leaves. Okay. Yeah, my legs and my back a little bit, but mostly my legs and my buttocks. My butt. Well, it does sometimes right underneath, going down my legs from standing, and then my lower back is starting sometimes, but it's okay. I just, keep my, ask God to keep me going. I don't want it to come to a point where I can't even get up to come cook for you guys. I will always post no matter I can get up out of bed or not. But I will, if I have to. If it comes to a point where I can try to work through the pain, but I can't really get up and walk and do whatever those. If I have to, and if I have to bring a chair in here, or have my husband help me, and I, guide him along the way since he can't cook anyway, and help him out in a chair, and like bring the chair up here or bring it out there, the cutting board, and sit down so I can cut anything that needs cutting. I will make it work. I better be so disabled that I can't even barely speak to y'all. I'm in so much pain that I'm just in tears and I have to take, I just can't do it, but we're going to pray that it doesn't get to that point ever, or not for years. Okay? Alrighty. So, now, I will show you guys on YouTube in just a minute. Be right back. I want to show you something I got for my dog. Cut it out, you guys. We need to share it. Here they are fighting each other. They're just playing, but I've got this big dog bed. It's a human dog bed. It's made big enough so we can lay in it with our dog. And it came with that pillow. That's why my dog around me. There's a pillow right there. You see the white part of the pillow? And then there's a blanket. It's right there. Sorry, my husband's laying there. Right under his arm is the purple blanket. Show it to him. See? That's the purple blanket that we got with it. Okay? There's the other dog bed. I'm going to give it away for free. But, yeah. How long did I think that was for? I should have known. Ooh, I should have known. I got a pit bull / bully. They grow fast. I should have known. If it's a little bigger, it's okay. Like a dog bed. If you are going to get your dog a bed and you don't want to have to buy another one too soon, go ahead and buy a bed that's bigger than they are. It's okay if they sleep in a bed that's a little bigger, a dog bed that's a little bigger. That's fine. You just don't want to have to, like, in a few months buy another one because they grew too fast, depending the kind of dog. If you're going to have a miniature dog and they're going to stay little, then that's a different story. But let me go over here and show YouTube. YouTube people, if you're watching the replay, because nobody's on here right now, there's the dog's bed. I just got him. It's a human dog bed. Okay, it's got a blanket and a pillow on there. The pillow's in the back, and then the blanket's right there. You can see the white part on the pillow in the back. But yes, that's my. And I got one other thing. I got a blanket that you put on the couch. It fits the length of the couch from one end to the next. And there are some elastic things attached to it. You pull it down and you wrap it around the legs of the couch, so the blanket cannot come off. And it's waterproof. So you don't get dog hair on your couch, except for maybe the back of your couch, because the blanket's not covering the back of your couch. At least I don't think it is. I don't think it's that big where you drape it over the back of your couch. Then it comes down and you can tuck it in the back on the bottom, and then it comes on the base of the couch. I don't think it's that like that. It would be nice if it was one like that. Has anybody ever seen one like that? Comment if you have. Where you could drape it over the back, bring it down, like tuck it into the back of the couch on the bottom, and then cover where you sit, and then attach it to the legs. Let me know. Let's see. Hi, Lupita Abby. How you doing? I don't know if you're still on here, but I apologize. My comments are acting up, so I have to keep refreshing them by scrolling to the right. Wait a few seconds to scroll back to the left, and the comments will come back up. Hi, Donna. Oh, just food from Wegmans. Okay. Hi, Donna. How are you doing? I hope you're still on here. It says 4 people are watching. Wow, that's the most I've had in a while. Nothing much is going on. I'm doing okay. I'm just in a, not so much pain that I can't do this anymore, and just crying. Not that much pain, but enough where I can feel it and it's becoming annoying. My lower back, down my butt, down my legs. It's from standing a lot too. I've been going. I haven't sat down to watch TV or do anything today, because after I got up this morning around 9 o'clock when my alarm went off, I got up, and usually when I get up at 9 o'clock, I come in here into the kitchen, and a lot of times there's still dishes in the sink from last night. So even a little bit. So I'll just wash them up. And sometimes my coffee cup is still in here. So I'll clean it up. I'll clean the coffee grounds that I did not clean out. Like, the coffee grounds are still in there. Sometimes I'll dump them and clean it out before tomorrow morning. But I'll clean them out, start the coffee pot with new, fresh, clean cup. And because I have a double coffee pot, one with the Carpe and then one with single cup. I do the single cup. And get that started. Then I'll come over here, get my medicine, dump it out of the daily thing, and take that, put the food in the doggies' bowls, see if they want it now at that point. If they don't, then I try again later after we come out from the morning walk. And then after my coffee's done, and I put my coffee together, make it, say good morning to you guys, write good morning, get that started. And most of the time, that's it. And then I'll go get dressed and tell my husband it's time to get up so we can walk the dogs. That ends up being almost 10 o'clock, 10:30. But if I got to take a shower, I'll get up at 8 or 8:30 and shower before 9 o'clock before I come out here. Yep. So Right. But after we walked the dogs, I left to go pick up my son to take him to get plasma. I sat in the car and waited. And then after a while, I decided to go into the Dollar Tree or whatever it was called in that shopping center where I was and look around. I did get a few things. I got these. Let me show you. I don't know where I put them. They're here. I got these. These are Rubbermaid. I like the round containers. I got a lot of square and rectangles. I like the round. I only had one round, so what small ones like this. I've got two big, huge round ones down there that I might put when I make spaghetti, but those are huge. But yeah, I like these. And then I got a little Christmas thing. You can hang it up. It's wooden, like a thin wood, and it's got one long thing that says Merry Christmas, and it's got three things hanging from that. That was only like $1.50 because it's a Dollar Tree. They had a lot of Christmas ornaments there, and I'm going to be going back to get them, a bunch. I just couldn't get them all right now, so later on. But yeah, and then when my son was done, he came over there to meet me, and then we, paid. He got a snack, I got a drink. I offered him a drink too, but he didn't want it. But then we left. We went back towards his house. He put $10 of gas in my car, and then his roommate, the boy, he was already at work, and he asked, could we pick him up? And he wanted to go to do plasma himself. They should have gone together, but he wanted the money sooner because my son wanted to. Oh, he had to go to the pawn shop, and he bought a PlayStation, not PlayStation, Xbox, I think it was, controller because one of his broke. So we went, after we got gas, we went to H-E-B first and then went and got gas because I had to go pick up the cheese for this meal and some medicine that I refilled. But yeah, we went to pick up his friend, the guy he lives with, and see, that's why I said stir it because it could stick to the bottom. It's starting to. But anyways, picked him up and came back this way and dropped me off because it was 2 o'clock or a little bit after, so I had to get everything ready to cook, and I was still late. So yeah. So after it's done, I am going to taste the pasta to see if it's done. If not, give it a few more minutes. If it is, then I was just watching something. Okay. Let's see. Saved. I gotta find the recipe again. Okay, here it is. So now we're gonna want to stir in the shredded cheddar cheese and the milk. No, the Colby Jack and cheddar. I'm doing both. So that will be, it says an 8-ounce block or 8-ounce bag, but I'm gonna do 4 ounces of each, which 8-ounce bag is 2 cups, I think. So let me get the cheese out. I didn't want to take it out ahead of time because it gets hot in the house, and I didn't want the cheese out. Okay. I got the cheese out. Okay. This is a 16-ounce. So, and it's 4 cups, so an 8-ounce is 2 cups. And I'm only going to do 4 ounces because I want to mix cheddar in there too. 4 ounces of each instead of a whole 8 ounces of this. That would be half this bag. So that will be 4 ounces is 1 cup. So 1 cup of this and 1 cup of this. And a huge handful from my hand is 1 cup because I've tested that before by taking a huge handful and putting it in a measuring cup of 1 cup, and it worked. Okay? It says tear it here, but it didn't leave the little thing open. You know how it has that little part? It has a little, I don't know, it has a little, how do I say it? Little thing in it so you can tear it. Let me see. Does this one have it? Nope, this one doesn't either. That little open part so you can tear it. Oh, sorry, guys. The volume came out. Let me see. Alrighty. So, I'm probably going to eat some. So I'm going to take a fork and we are going to taste. It's not like hard, but it's kind of, I don't know, it's got a taste to it that, it needs to be cooked a few more minutes. But not like a hard taste, like it's still hard, but not, so a few more minutes. Just a few more minutes. Okay? And remember, when it comes to the cheese, you can put less than 8-ounce cheeses, which once again, 8 ounces is 2 cups. Right? Because 4 cups is 16 ounces. So if you do half of that, that's 2 cups. But if you're measuring like liquid in one of these cups, it says 8 ounces is 1 cup. 8 ounces is 1 cup. But when it comes to cheese, 8 ounces of cheese is 2 cups. So remember that. Okay? And then the parsley we put on top as a garnish. You don't have to if you don't want to. And if you want to use something else, I guess you could use oregano. I already put oregano inside and mixed it with the seasonings. But if you want to put more on top, or you're a good cook, or you know a lot about seasonings, spices, herbs, parsley, oregano, all those, and you think there's something else besides parsley that would taste good sprinkled on top, by all means. I'm so thirsty. And since it's already just about 4:15, probably by the time I'm done with you guys, we will keep it. I will keep it covered, turn it off, put it on a separate burner, and we will take the dogs out and come back and eat after. We usually do that, unless I finish cooking like by 4 o'clock or something. But lately here I've been starting at 3, but I'm still never usually done till like almost 4:30 or something. It's been about 58 minutes. So in 2 minutes, it will be 1 hour I've been on here, which is short compared to some of the other. So that means I started at about 3:15. Yeah, it was 3:09, 3:10 or something that I got started. I was about 10 minutes late. And I'm sorry that I wrote that post about what I was going to make late, because I was going to write it while I was waiting in the car for my son at Plasma, and I was going to do my word of the day. Well, I forgot to write it down because I was going to also text my husband because I forgot the name of the recipe. It was a 1-pan cheesy kielbasa pasta. Now I remember it a lot. But and then I was going to do my word of the day while I was in the car. But I thought about it. I just didn't do it. It's like 30 seconds later it went out my head. So, okay. So, just about another minute or two, and then we are going to see if the pasta is done. And then we're going to add the cheese and the milk. Now, just to remember, the milk is 1/3 cup of milk. 1/3 cup of milk. So let's go ahead and pour the milk and have it ready. So we get the milk out. Let's put in 1/3. I just added a tad bit over the 1/3 because we added a little extra pasta. All right. Let's check this out. Okay, we're good. See, that's all it is. I guess so when you mix in the cheese, it'll like combine it together. Okay. Work. All right, let's check this out. Much better. I'm going to leave it on because it's on low anyways. It's on 4, but I'm going to turn it down just to about 3. That's in between 2 and 4. And let it just continue cooking to soften up the pasta just a tad bit more while I add the milk and cheese. Okay? Just lay this right here. The computer is right here, kind of like on the edge, so I try not to get it wet. Okay? So let's do this. Let's open this. Try to get it open. Babe, can you come here? Trying to open. I already cut the cheese egg, so why it's not opening, I don't know. Oh, this one did. The cheddar, but I don't know about that Monterey Jack.
What?
Can you open that? It won't. Like, I cut it right, but I can't get that thing open. Okay, so I put a handful, a big handful of just cheddar. But if you want to use all Colby Jack or all cheddar, that's up to you. If you want to do half and half like me, it's 1 cup of each. Because it's 2 cups. It says, thank you. It's 2 cups because I got a 16-ounce bag and that's 4 cups. So an 8-ounce would be 2 cups. So 2 cups of cheese, whether you want to split them up into 2 different kinds or all of one kind, or you use something totally different than cheddar or Colby Jack. Because it's Colby Jack and Monterey Jack. Okay? I just love Colby Jack. This is becoming my favorite. So, all right. All right, let's pour the milk in there. Okay? So we got all that done. Now let's stir it up. And it's all sticking to the pan, so we are going to turn it off. We are going to turn it off. It's sticky. Ooh, that was hard lifting it up with just one. See, I can't barely. No, my hand is so weak, I can't. That's why I'd have to do this. See if I let go one side. But let me get it unstuck. It's not stuck that bad, but it was like, if I would have left it on there any longer, it would have got stuck real bad. So let's stir that up. Okay, then I'll show it to you. Then I'm going to take a picture of it. And then we will end it live. Okay? Okay, let's. Yeah, you asked how the dogs were doing, Shannon, and then all of a sudden you see them playing. All right, you close out the comments, open them back up to refresh it. Anybody else? All right, no, just that my husband's watching. I'm good. I'm good, Donna. Well, you have a great weekend as well, Donna. And if you're still on here, 2 people on, comment below, what are you going to eat for dinner tonight? Or if you've already made it, what did you eat? What did you eat? Okay. So let me sprinkle. Sprinkle. That's why I poured the oregano on my hand and then sprinkled it around because it didn't have the whole thing in it. Okay, here we go. All right. So, let me get a picture. 1 second. Oh no, I thought I could add a picture into the, because this came from Instagram. So if you like the picture, the recipe, let me know. I'll send it to you. But if I send it to you through Messenger, it'll be a link that'll take you to Instagram. I don't know if you can open it without signing up, just to see the recipe. If not, I can send it to you another way. just let me know, or I can still send it through Messenger, like by taking a picture of the ingredients and the instructions. Just let me know. I'll get it to you somehow. Okay? So let's take a picture. Alrighty. Alrighty, got the picture. And what you're gonna see in the what I show you is not much different than what you're gonna see in my bowl. So I don't have to take a picture of my bowl because you can see what's inside of it. But a casserole is not always, you can't. There you go. Tell me what you guys think. One pan cheesy kielbasa pasta. Or any other sausage you want to use. You don't have to use kielbasa. When it says use something else, I always use kielbasa. I love kielbasa. Okay. Now let me show YouTube. Guys, see that? All right. So we're going to take a bite here for you guys. Okay? Did it? And I got a piece of sausage. Okay? See it? Okay? Alrighty, so let's taste this. Oh, that's really good. That's really good. Woo, 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 woo. All right, that's really good. Yep, that's really good. All right, let's close this out one more time. I know garnishing your food is always good. Yes, it really looks good with that garnish. Like I had said before, Shannon, if I was still in Virginia or we were close by, you'd be having some good meals. It'd be like, you can come over any night. I'll let you know what night I'm cooking, and you could come join. Let me see. I just sent a text to my son asking, does he want to try this? His friend Malik has our car, so I was just asking him. I meant to ask him earlier, so maybe he could get him and they can come over here if they want to try it. Because his friend Malik is still coming over because he's got to bring us the car and we got to take it back home. So he said he was getting plasma, but it's been about two and a half hours, but it might be busy there too. I don't know. So hold on, guys. I asked Alvin. He said he already ate, but if I want, I can save him some for tomorrow. I'm gonna put some in a little dish for him. Because I was gonna be like, tell Malik to get you and bring you over here. I was gonna say that, but all right, guys. Well, it's really good. It's worth making this. It's only been an hour and 8 minutes, so that's pretty short for a video for me. Usually, I'm at an hour and a half. So, but it's much quick. Most of the meals I cook, unless they're in the oven for like 30 or 40 minutes, but most of the meals like this one, they're pretty quick. It's just if you're not on video, you're not on a live, you're not talking, it can get done pretty fast. Okay? So I want to say thank you for coming on here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, I'm going to put this back over here since it's cooled down. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate all of you who came on. Lokita Abba. No, Abby Lokita. You know what? Sorry. I'm always saying the last word. Lokita Abby. That's it. I don't know why. Sorry, Lokita. And Shannon, my bestie. Donna. Let's see. Anybody else come on here? Of course, my husband was on here, but he probably doesn't pay attention much times. But, you know, I get the watch time from him watching. So, but anyways, I appreciate each and every one of y'all. And I want y'all to stay positive. Do your thing. Don't worry about anybody else. Just stay positive. Keep working on your goals. If you don't have any, you can start one. And if you don't have a goal and you're not doing a goal, just, do your thing day to day. Appreciate life. All right. And I want you guys to know that I love you guys very much. Have a good rest of your evening. A good weekend. And I love you guys. And I'll see you guys on Monday for another cooking video. All right? So I love you and have a good evening. Bye, YouTube.